Welcome back to Breakfast. During this tough economic times, for many, meat is a luxury. That's why Canterbury Hunting Duo has donated more than 40,000 meals worth of meat in the past 18 months. Wow. Hunter Steve Hill joins us now alongside Tracy Perry from the Hope Community Trust. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Morning, Daniel.
Guys, this is amazing. What inspired you both to start this?
Well, it's Adam and myself that started Hunters for Hope. We found that we were getting a lot of surplus venison from our own hunting. And we figured that if we're getting surplus venison, then so are other hunters as well. So we figured it was a good opportunity to try and put that venison together and collate it and get it into those that are a bit less fortunate. So that's sort of the idea behind it all.
Wow. And how many have you guys donated so far?
We're not really sure how many meals exactly, but I was told up until last week it was 40,000 meals, and with the venison that's come in today, that was used from donated deer from the North Canterbury hunting competition on the weekend. We weren't sure how many deer we actually got until we sort of got through the processing. And just from the weekend's hunt alone, we've got 2,030 kilos of mince and 145 kilos of backsteak delivered into the Hope Community Trust today.
Holy cow. Tracy, feel free to jump in on this. Pun intended with that cow, I tell you. But I mean, this is incredible. Thank you.
Well, today we have 35 people and organisations coming to collect all this mince, and it will be going from Oxford in the Waimakariri area up to Kaikoura, and it means 16,000 people will actually be fed from this mince today. So that's really exciting.
That is really exciting. So the meat is sourced from hunters who have excess supply of meat. But I guess, I mean, even though what you're doing is fantastic, it must be heartbreaking to see the need is out there.
I think that the need's changed. I think that, you know, even a year ago it was quite obvious who had the need, but now need's hidden, and you can't walk along the street and know if somebody's hungry or not hungry, or whether they've got food in the fridge or not. And so for us, the demographic of who needs the food has changed, and it's really the working poor. I don't know if there's a middle class anymore, and they're the people that won't come and ask for help. And it's the elderly. They'll have no food in the cupboard, but they won't let you know. We had an older gentleman come in and he was in tears saying, I don't know what I've done wrong. He hasn't done anything wrong. So our desire is to actually feed the hungry, help the people that need help that would not ask for it. So we don't wait for people to come to us. We actually go to them, because that's the way it should be.
That is the way. God, you guys. Hey, Steve, what are the challenges you face doing this, and how do you overcome it?
Well, realistically, the biggest challenges for us really at the moment are probably a financial challenge. It's grown beyond a couple of guys with an idea and getting a wee bit of mince here and there into the food bank to a reasonably big monster. For us at the moment, Adam and I have worn all the expenses ourselves, and we're in the process of trying to get charitable status. So that we can actually attract some corporate funding to cover costs, which will also allow us to delegate some of those jobs, like running around picking up venison, that we just use our own fuel to do that. We can actually ask somebody else to do it and cover their fuel, and we'll get volunteers to do that. So that's our biggest challenge at the moment.
What about people who are watching, our viewers up and down the country, who want to chip in, who want to help? How can they support your mission? Firstly,
if they do, or even if they consider it, thank you. Because we're still in the very early stages of organising the charitable status, please get in touch and we'll work something out, we'll make something happen. Any donation is appreciated. It's not sustainable to do this long term when Adam and I are paying for it out of our own pocket.
Tracy, I'll give you the last word before we go.
Well, we talk about food support because we think it's really important to change the language. A lot of people will never come to a food bank. So we talk about food support. So that involves community meals, food banks. We've got a top-ups program, which is just topping up people's groceries so they can save money and then go and put that money towards other expenses that they have. It's cooking classes. It's teaching people how to grow groceries. So we think that it's important to change language, and maybe, you know, there's a saying that says if you want to change the conversation, change who's in it. And when it comes to food and food banks and food support in New Zealand, Hunters for Hope is showing people they're the new voice in the conversation. And I suppose for us as an organisation, we want to hear people's voices that want to change the conversation the way that it's been.
Gosh, love it. Tracy, Steve, thank you so much for what you guys are doing. Food support, love it. Love it. Thank you.
All right.